Hi there, my name is Cynthia Wakio, and today Perminus is going to be sharing the life lessons he learned in his 20s and 30s with you so that you don't make the same mistakes. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Cynthia.
So, what are these painful life lessons you got out from your 20s and 30s?
When I was thinking about this topic, and it's quite interesting, and I'm sure I've shared this with you in the past. Looking back, from the time I graduated, that's the age of 24, to now, I would say my 30s were the most interesting. And what stands out for me is because the time went on too fast. And I'm sure I've told you this in the past. I can remember what I was doing in my 30. I can remember 32, even 35. I mean, the memory is quite vivid. Yeah. So looking back for me is just how time moves on very fast. And sometimes we live life in the future. You keep saying, I'll do this, I'll do that when I get this. Yeah, so I was thinking about this topic. It was a time to reflect, time to look back, see what has happened, what are some of the lessons that I've learned, and I would want to share with our viewers some of those lessons that I've learned. And for me, the first lesson that I've learned is number one, and it's a bit painful, is on the need to believe in oneself. And looking back, there are things that have worked because I did believe in myself, I did have confidence, and also there are things which haven't worked because either I had self-doubt and this came, in the way of me making decision and even making a progress. So, for example, one of the things I did which has really worked well for me in my career is being able to change careers from finance to HR.
Yes.
And so before I moved to HR, I had worked in finance for 6 years. Did I like it? Yes. Did I do a good job? Yes. But now, moving to a new career that I didn't know anything about HR, I was just passionate about it. But this is all I've been doing for the last 12 years, and it has really worked. Now, looking back, there are instances where I didn't have confidence to go to approach some clients, you know, and especially at the beginning, you'd have very big companies asking us for a quotation, asking us to have a meeting, and because I didn't believe in myself, sometimes I would dilly-dally, and some of these opportunities went away. So looking back, I think for me that's the highlight in terms of changing careers and also looking at who are some of the clients we missed because I didn't put my best foot forward because I didn't believe in myself. Yeah. The second lesson is that don't be afraid to ask for help. Cynthia, you'll be surprised. Whatever you're going through today, whether it's a concern, whether it's a worry, someone else has either encountered that in the past or they're currently going through that. And so sometimes we don't make progress because we think we are unique and yet we are not. So don't be afraid to ask people. Share with people, this is what I'm going through, and you'll be surprised by the kind of help that you're going to get. It doesn't mean that you go sharing out your issues and problems with the whole world. No, in fact, some people will be happy, that's given. Others, majority also will not care. I mean, that's your own issue. But there are one or two people who they'll take time to listen to you. They give you their advice. Some of them will share their experiences, and this will make a whole lot of a difference. So instead of you being with a problem which will take you a year or two to resolve, you talking to someone, you might find, oh, okay, you actually have a solution in the next 1 or 2 hours. Yeah. And closely related to that is relationships are everything. I've also shared with you this in the past that my first client was a former boss. He heard what I was doing and he sought me out. He asked me, oh, you've resigned. What are you thinking about? So it so happened he had a side hustle and he was looking for employees. So I remember he gave me business. He told me, okay, let me try, let me see what you do about it. And even up to now, we do have a very positive working relationship. I supported him for 5 years until a time now he also left employment. He's now doing his own thing, and we are still friends. We still consult, we still meet. And looking back, this is not someone who they were not obligated to be there for me. In fact, looking at the way things, the dynamics, I mean, he was quite senior in age, in terms of experience. He could just have looked down on me and said, "You, I recruited you the other day. Now, why are you doing this? Why can't you stick in the, being employed?" Yeah, but I think he saw a chance, and he was willing to give me a chance. Yeah, so I believe relationships are important. It doesn't mean, again, everyone you meet will be there for you, that they'll give you a chance. But build relationships, don't burn bridges. I think that's very important. And the other thing is that the other lesson I've also learned is you can't have everything. You can't have everything. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because if you ask a lot of people, they want to be rich, they want to be very beautiful, they want to be handsome, they want to be famous, they want to be a manager. Some of them want to be even a politician. I mean, what's the reality? What's the probability that you'll be able to be all that? Yeah, I know there's all this vibe that, believe in yourself, and you can be anything, you can be everyone. But what you need to realize is we all have different strengths. So today, maybe there's someone watching this and they feel that, oh, why can't I be an entrepreneur? I believe that is where the money is. But unfortunately not. I know of employees who earn more than I. I am an entrepreneur. I'm taking care of 20 employees, but employees who earn more than I. That's a fact. Yeah. There are also people you look up to and you see them as very successful. However, the question you need to ask yourself is, how did they get where they are? What price have they paid to be where they are? Some of them, if they tell you the price they've paid, you probably think twice. You say, me, I'm okay the way I am as Cynthia. I'd rather I'm okay with the way my life is. Yeah. So just get to know whatever you want to achieve, there's a price to pay. Either in terms of time, either in terms of health, either in terms of relationships, there's always a price to pay. And that's what people don't consider. So we only look at the destination, we look at the goal. This is what I want to achieve. But we forget what happens in between. Yeah. And to my fifth point is on the need to take care of our health. I would say my 20s, it was never an issue. What I eat, how I exercise. But now in my 30s, especially the late 30s, at the time now the mistakes started catching up with me. And I've also shared this with you. I had back issues um, for the last 5 years. And reason because I was working for more than 13 hours in a day, seated. No exercise, nothing. So you report to work at 6:30 a.m. That's what the time I used to report. You leave the office at 9:30 p.m. You are seated the whole day. And then it didn't help that the car I had, it wasn't the right car for someone of my height. So then you commute for 1 hour, to the office and from the office. So in a day, looking back, I think I used to spend close to 22 hours seated down, either driving or working. And that costed me in terms of health. So it's an issue now I've had to grapple with for the last 5 years. I'm happy now things are improving, but I had to take measures. For example, I do have that standing desk. And for now, I'm very keen in terms of diet. I'm very keen in terms of exercise. And I'll not sacrifice my health for my job or even money. I mean, for me, there are no two ways about it. Yeah, because I've also had to spend a lot of money to be where I am, just because I messed up somewhere. When I wasn't very considerate in terms of my health. Yeah. So in a nutshell, those are the things I would say. Those are the lessons I've learned in my 20s and 30s, and I hope someone watching this video, you find some of them being of help in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what impact have they had now on you in your 40s?
You are making me sound so old.
No, you're not so old, but still in your 40s.
I think for me, they've allowed me time to reflect and to take life easy. Yeah. You get to realize, in fact, now looking back, some of the things that I used to worry about, I mean, they're neither here nor there. For example, we all want to be successful. But I've come to note that I'll probably not make 10 billion. I'll never. Then I've also reflected and seen the day I had 100,000 in my bank, and now whatever amount of money I have, some of the issues I still were troubling me, they are still there. I probably now can afford a better shoe, I can afford a better suit, but there are still things. Relationships are still an issue. Some people still piss me off. Some stuff, there's, it's life. Politicians, you say something, I'll get mad.
Yeah.
So I've learned to take life easy. So you reflect and you get to see, oh, this is the far I've come. What did I consider important then? What is important now? Is there a need to change? Yeah, so there are all these dynamics, and for me, uh, it's being self-aware. It's being self-aware, and I think I'm a better person
Yeah.
because of reflecting on those lessons.
Self-reflection.
Self-reflection, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have any advice to professionals in this age gap of 20s and 30s?
Your
My
age.
age group, yes.
I think the lesson I have is learn to say no to people, activities, and even anything that doesn't add value in your life. Learn to say no. Yeah. Don't feel the pressure. Yeah. If someone wants to, if 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 someone wants to do something and you're not comfortable, just learn to say no. It's your life. You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all about you. It's not about the other person. It's not about what other people think. It's about you. Learn to say no, because later on, at the end of the day, you have yourself. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for giving us those tips.
Karibu sana.
Thank you for watching. If you're feeling lost and you're in this age group of your 20s and 30s, I hope you pick something or two from these life lessons from Perminus. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.